So today was the first meeting of the SCA Cooking Guild. I'm sorry, I'm watching it because my computer's doing weird stuff. Wouldn't let me record earlier. Um, Today was the first meeting of the SCA Cooking Guild. It's been in, I think it's called the Cauldron and Hearth. It's been inactive for, I'm not quite sure how long. They didn't really give details at the meeting. They were just talking about bringing it back. So today we talked about our next meeting, what we want to do, different things that people are already requesting of us if we get back together, or if we start a group again. Or I think there was only 2 people who were originally in the group or something, or who from this group that were in the other group. And yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I know that I don't know much about medieval cooking. I have like 2 Anglo-Saxon cookbooks from, and I'd have to look through my other books to see if I have anything else. And I don't know much about medieval cooking, so I want to learn about it. I really love the SCA and I want to get more involved. And for the last year that I've been in it, I haven't really been involved in anything because I kind of just been stuck to my house and didn't really expand out of that. But now I'm done with that. I want to learn. I mean, I've learned with my house, but I want to learn more. I learned so much just at this one meeting too, just with 2 hours of talking. I learned some things about the SCA I had no idea about. I learned about different people in the SCA and other things as well, and some other guilds and stuff that I didn't even know existed. So I'm really excited to keep working with this group. And also, I'm finally going to go to my first brew day with the Brewers Guild. I never really went to any. I don't drink really, just because I don't like the taste. And so I have never really gone to a meeting with them or anything, but they're having brew days, which are not really official meetings or anything, I think. We're just basically members of the guild getting together and making something. So that should be fun too. I think they're brewing beer, and I don't drink beer, but I want to see the process of doing it, and I want to meet new people in the guild and also in the SCA, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to drag my friend with me. Tonight I went with my friend Bree to the cooking guild, and we didn't make anything or like plan any recipes or what we're gonna make, other than saying that on one of our cook days we're gonna make Middle Eastern food. That's the first thing we're gonna be working on. And inside I'm like, oh God, why? Because when I think of Middle Eastern food, I think of like mush. And I know there's probably a lot to it, but like from what I've seen, it's just not stuff that I really like. And I'm really picky, so it's nothing against Middle Eastern food. It's just that I'm super picky about my food. I'm very like bland things. I have a very German taste buds. But still. So yeah, so it was kind of cool to get around with people and to talk to people. Most people in that group, except for one, had been in it for years. I think one man was like 15 years, another woman was longer than that. The person who had been there the least was 3 years, and she was already a seneschal and some other things as well. So they're really involved. So, and one of the guys that's there, his house is actually like a volunteer house. So I'm hoping he can help me volunteer and stuff more, because I really want to become more part of the SCA. I want to volunteer, I want to do things. And I keep saying that I want to do things and then I don't. Because I don't have a ride, that's my biggest problem. And I don't like going by myself. And everybody in my house lives too far, is too busy, or doesn't want to volunteer. But the house doesn't exist anymore. Well, or at least I'm not part of it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing more stuff with them, and I'm really looking forward to learning some new cooking techniques as well as recipes and whatnot, and trying some new things. My taste buds have been evolving the last couple of years. I know they'll probably constantly change, but beforehand it was like, I will try nothing. I don't need anything. Whereas now it's like, that actually looks good now, whereas 5 years ago it looked terrible and smelled terrible. And I take a little bite and I'm like, oh my God, it's delicious. Where have you been all my life? That was the same thing with clam chowder. When I turned 18, I had it for the first time. Yeah, I know. I live in California, so it's not like it's, when you get it, it's a like restaurant. It's like this tiny little bowl, and it's not homemade or anything. It's probably from a can. But I went to go to Oregon and I tried it, and it changed my life. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so cooking and brewing is gonna be fun. I was thinking of starting the herbal guild here in Calafia, which is my barony again. But I don't have the money, and I don't have a car. It's really hard for me to organize things when I don't have those 2 things, you know? If I just had to open my home up to people meeting here once a month, I think that'd be okay. But I need more than that. And I don't really know anybody in the SCA, so other than my housemates, so our former housemates. So we'll see. Maybe someday I'll open it up again, or if somebody else opens it, I will totally join. So yeah, thank you for watching my excitement over SCA cooking.